know, it's just a weird thing when you think you're hooked up. So you need to let us know if you see us. Testing one, two, three. It's odd. So just give me a second here.
Can you hear us, Lori?
Lori!
Good morning.
How about this? I don't know. Come on, testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. There we go. I kind of see us. Tell us if you can hear us okay,
Well, you
please.
can definitely see us. That's not an issue.
Yeah, but I do see. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Leslie. You're clear as bells for me.
Morning, Jolene. Okay, so you guys good? Okay, perfect.
So,
Perfect,
can
perfect,
you
perfect.
hear us better than normal? We're trying a new microphone out. Want to see if it works. Christie obviously is sweating up a storm because that's just what she does.
Well, it's warm in our office. The air conditioner just is not strong enough for the office.
Glenn says I can hear you. Pat says I can hear you. All's
Good.
good.
Jolene can hear us. Debbie, good morning.
Hello, hello.
Lori has no problem.
Good. So we had a fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
We went to Chicala, and Chicala is kind of at the end of Riviera Nayarit. It's just,
Actually, no, it's part of Compostela. When we were leaving Chicala, there was a big sign on the highway that said "Adios, bien viaje, bien viaje."
So Chicala would be on the northernmost tip of Riviera Nayarit, and it's just before Las Varas. Sounds great. Picture is good. Well, thank you. I've got a bright light on us today, as well as the new microphone. I'm hoping kind of better. We're going to be spending a lot more time in the office for the month of September.
Lori says it's louder.
Is it better
than normal? Yeah.
The reason that we're going to be here is because Shirley is going to be on vacation. So, going to be a little tough for us.
I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't know what we're going to do either. So let us tell you about the weekend. We really had a great time.
Yeah.
So on Friday, we decided early on, I guess like 3 o'clock or so, we decided we're going to Chicala because Bill and April were there. And
it's about an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. And we went. And they're staying in this, not ocean front, but ocean view. It's a coto. A coto is like a neighborhood in Mexico. So when you hear people say coto, that's what they mean. And in this neighborhood, they share a pool, probably 6 houses.
There's 7.
I guess there's 7.
Oh, there is. I mean, it just is. It's 7. April told me.
All right. So they share a fantastic view, a fantastic pool, and it's kind of in a great neighborhood because these 7 houses share this pool, but there are other pools in other neighborhoods in this master neighborhood. It's a gated community. You have to go through these giant Jurassic
Park
doors. So in there's a beach club, a gorgeous beach club. And the day we went, there was kind of rocks in the sand, but I guess previous to that, there was no rocks. Yesterday, we went to Chicala in the town to use the beach. It was a very fun time. Now, funny story, internet and cell phone. We are at the base of a cell phone tower in this community. It truly is. You step
up. How are you?
You see a giant cell tower. But there are times we'd have 0 signal for internet.
Yeah, and cell phone.
For phone. So one of the people that were coming out to visit us got into a little bit of a fender bender and was calling us to ask for help. So we're helping, then signal's out. It's done. It's over. And we're trying to panic and contact the individual.
Yeah.
Not working at all. And I guess the narcos were helping out. Well, no. It's an interesting thing where they helped the situation. So there you go.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
In this town that the person had the accident, they said, you know what, we'll take care of this. And they did. So there you go. Sometimes they can come in handy. But what else did we do? Well, the pool at nighttime, I've had a headache for 4 days now. Like in the same spot of the brain. And it's weird, but not anything bad. And I've been reading about headaches. There are people who live with headaches all the time, and there's nothing going on in there. I mean, something's going on in there.
Like John, there's nothing going on in there.
Christie always pretty much says that, oh yeah, there's nothing going on. But there is something going on. So yeah, I had this headache, and
What is there?
Google says don't worry about it. Don't worry. Now the
Because his
neurologist,
blood pressure is under control, all that kind of stuff. So he's not having any of those kinds of issues.
yeah,
So,
just weird.
yeah.
So what else did we do this weekend?
Well, that was it. We
we-
went out there Friday and came home yesterday.
If you're going to go to Chicala, you're going to want to stop by Chico's. A great little restaurant, kind of
Yeah.
at the end of the beach of the town. And it's away from the marina. It's a very, very small town.
Yeah, long and skinny.
You will know where the marina is. Just go to the opposite end, and the restaurant there, kind of at the end. And we had been there probably 15, 16 years
I think
ago.
it was the first restaurant we went to because they had that we've ever been to in Chicala. We used to go fairly frequently to Chicala.
Yeah.
And then we just stopped going.
And depending on the time of the year that you go, there are little fish that will eat the hair on your legs.
Well, they eat the skin, not the hair.
No, they eat that. They come and they
So
nibble
they
on your
shave?
hair.
I should have went in
I think
instead of shaving.
Women, I think it's a good idea. You just go, and I don't think they eat the hairs on your legs. I just think they think it's edible. So, and I didn't experience that yesterday, but the beach was gorgeous. The waves were spectacular.
There was we went Saturday night for dinner, and there was a big storm coming, which we did not realize. And then, I went to go with Eva, the 12-year-old granddaughter. She wanted a special thing from a store, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'll go with you." She asked me if I wanted to go with her. "Oh yeah, I'll go with you." So I went with her. Started to drizzle a little bit on our way there. By the time we were done, it was pouring rain. So, and they're all waiting for us to come back for dinner, and we had no idea how long it would be. So Eva and I just traipsed on through, get there looking like drowned rats, but it was fun.
They did look like drowned rats. I've got a photo of it. Maybe I'll post it on Facebook later.
Maybe you'll show me first.
No. Also got some great drone footage of the area. It's a beautiful place. I don't know if I personally would live there. Now, your cost of living would plummet because if you're going to do any major shopping, you're going to go to Las Varas, and they haven't had the pressure that Bucerias has had to raise prices because everybody's making more, they're selling more. It's just this never-ending cycle, where in Las Varas, it's a much simpler way of life. We know somebody here that owns a fruit stand. They sell fruit juice from their house, and they drive to La Pinita because they find the drive worth it for the amount less that they pay for the fruit and veggies for their fruit stand.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to consider when you're thinking about shopping, etc. It's worth it to take a drive and go inland or away from these touristic traps.
Yeah.
We also took the toll road.
Oh yeah, from Lo de Marcos to Las Varas.
And it was confusing because Google is a lying wench. And she wanted us to do a wrap around. And Chrissy's like, I don't know what's going on. So we wrap around. And I said, can I take a look at this?
And then we just did a complete circle. And then we're ending up on our way back to Vallarta. And I will say it. He knows it. I'm not a good map reader. I am not a good navigator. I'm a much better driver. And he always wants to drive these long trips. But then when we get in trouble with the map, he gets mad at me. And I'm like, you know where my weaknesses are. And I let you drive, and I know where your weaknesses are. Driving.
No. So yesterday, Nico says, oh, can Christie drive? And I said, yeah, just not well. Bill had a good laugh at that one.
Because everybody that's been in the car with you knows it's totally the opposite.
It is not the opposite. So we had to turn her back around again. And this is the problem with Christie. I mean, she says, yeah, I can't do this. She's had many years to learn how to do this. And now Google, which is a lying wench, maybe Google is not a good example. So, but we ended up getting to Las Varas, and it was great. But it's a 2.5 lane highway, maybe 3 lane technically. So they've got these 2 half roads.
It's a 1 lane.
It is. It's 1 lane, but they've got a half lane. So that way, if you can pull over. Well, that half lane is meant to pull over, and then the other lane it is assumed that the person knows to just move on to their side if you're passing. People are not incredibly intelligent when they're driving here in Mexico.
Well, it's in this area because we're not used
We're
to those
not used to
highways.
that. We've been
You
all
go
over
to
Mexico.
Morelia and places like that, they just know that they pull over so you can go down the middle if you're trying to pass someone. But here, everybody, I don't know if it's the mentality of the people that are in this area. I just don't understand why they don't do that.
My favorite thing of the toll road is seeing that 110-kilometer sign. And obviously, we're going a little faster than 110. But it is nice to see that there are signs that close to Bucerias. Mind you, you used to be able to see that on the Punta Mita highway. And then they're like,
Yeah.
nah, we're not making enough money. We need to lower that because they'll still continue to go that fast, but then we get to make some money. I don't know what to say here. It's horrible. These people are horrible. Same as the highway. When we used to take the highway into Vallarta, it was 80-kilometer highway. They built the overpass in Nuevo Vallarta and Mezcales, and then as soon as they're done that, they lower it down to 60. So they made the highway better. You could go faster. They lower the speed limit. It's just stupid.
So you still get there in about the same time because you don't have to stop at lights now.
The airport is the same thing. Every time they do an airport improvement, expect it to be worse.
Yeah, so now they're doing terminal too. It'll be interesting how terminal it will be.
Yeah, terminal means you're dead.
It means they're dying.
And now they're going to be terminal 2, so you're going to die twice as fast. Yeah, it's foolishness, guys. Anytime there is any type of improvement in Mexico, just understand, oh, it's getting worse.
But you know what? That highway is better. So I guess you're wrong.
What highway?
The new one that's going to be to Guadalajara eventually.
Yeah, but they only did it at 2-lane. We've already got a 2-lane.
But it's a twisty 2-lane. This is a fairly straight, faster 2-lane.
It is absolutely faster. So, and it was 94 pesos to go just that small stretch, that Lo de Marcos to... It's not really to Las
Varas. It's before Las Varas.
It's before Las Varas. So you're on part of the old highway.
You go, so you turn around and then you go out towards Las Varas and then we turn off to Chacala. It was lovely though. We had a great time.
On the way back yesterday, we took the old road. Which
I don't understand why you did that.
It's the same. It is absolutely the same.
But it's more twisty.
It is more twisty, but it's the same time. I just wanted to test it out. But it's beautiful. The new highway is stunning.
The views are pretty because you're up higher. It's quite pretty.
And you've got the mountains and the jungle green. Yeah. Somebody posted on Facebook yesterday a photo of before the greenery of the rainy season and after.
But that was a view in Vallarta somewhere, up in the hills of Vallarta. Tony in Nuevo Vallarta did one too. He has 3 photos from their balcony looking out towards that area, and the difference is there too.
Because people are always like, oh, it's so hot in the summertime. Yes, it is. But it is stunning.
Yeah.
It is so beautiful here. Now, we're not cold like, say, in Guanajuato. Like let's say, Glenn and Tanya, always in their coats, which some days I would actually pay for that.
Well, we can. We can just go to Guanajuato.
That is true.
And we can pay and play.
Now, we originally were thinking we would be going in September, but then Shirley says, So we're going to go.
Shirley's going on vacation. She needs it. She's worked really hard this year.
She works so incredibly hard.
So we'll be going probably early October to Guanajuato.
And then what? We have so much to do here. That is the one thing I learned by taking the course we took, or the summit is what it's called, Success
Convention.
Summit.
Yeah, the seminar.
We've got a lot of work to do. Also, last night, and tell me what you guys think of this, I thought of a new business that we can do, because you've got so many painters and stuff in Mexico. But what about we start painting people's pets? And where people can order, and they would order with shading, with not. So there would be different levels.
Oh, not literally the pet.
Yeah,
painting a picture of the
painting
pets.
a picture of the pet,
not painting the
not
pets.
having the pets with paintbrushes and stuff. Although that could be fun too. But people would send their photos that they want us to take, or the image of the dog, and we would send it off to the painters, and the painters would take care of it, and they would take care of the drop shipping and everything, or we could take care of the drop shipping. I don't know.
I think people already can do that here. Why
in Mexico?
Yeah.
Who? Have you guys ever seen an online business?
Oh, not online.
Using Shopify. So I want all of this taken care of, so it's all scalable and we can grow this business.
So it's not an actual artist that's going to paint it. It's computer generated.
Oh, no. We can have an artist that would do it.
With real paint.
Real paint, real canvas. And I mean, we could do even different modes of this, where we could do it like Costco did, where they would do the picture on canvas, like painting a photo, or not painting a photo, like printing a photo. We could do that. Is that something that you think people would be interested in?
That sounds insane to me.
No, I think it's a great business opportunity. There's one guy in the States, and he gets something like $20,000 a month just on that part of his business.
It's way cheaper here. No, I don't like that idea. There's other good, better businesses.
Just so you know, she has said no to pretty much everything I've ever said or done in the history of our marriage. So for her to say something, it kind of is. When I worked at Costco, I wanted to do the midi donut business, which would have been awesome, because there's nothing like a fat man with unlimited mini donuts. Don't you think? And mini donuts are essentially the churros of Canada.
You are insane.
Possibly. So we do want to start doing other businesses. I want 3 businesses locked down in the next 3 years. So we probably need your help on what we can do. I think, because people love their pets. They do love their pets. And we could easily do a drop shipping business in the States, because Eric, the guy who you know as a friend of ours, he did the computer work for a company that sets businesses up. You pay him $5,000, poof, you got a business, and you're essentially selling their stuff, and you can make money at that. Now, drop shipping it into Mexico is a problem, and that's kind of why I think we would want to do an in Mexico business for Mexico, especially when we were in Mexico City. Look in Santa Fe, all the people with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Pets are a big deal here now. Not only that, there's guys going to jail for harming pets, which should have been before.
Yes.
It should have been. But I mean, you can take it too far, because there are people who love animals more than human beings. And Christie and I are like, if it's between a kid eating or a pet eating, that kid's going to eat every single time.
Good morning, Vanessa and Linda and David and Ed. Good morning.
Hello, hello.
If that's really my Uncle Ed.
Hello, Ed. Uncle Ed.
There's no picture, so I don't know if it's him. Someone else had faked his account at one time, and I got invitations to weird stuff, and I knew my uncle wouldn't invite me to weird stuff like that.
The crazy uncle.
Crazy uncle. Well, that's true. I mean, but not that crazy.
Now, are you guys looking for a side hustle? And we're not looking for a side hustle. We just want to have other businesses for our kids, so we have something to leave them more.
We actually are thinking of starting 2 other little businesses right now at this very moment in time.
Yeah, but those ones are really small and they're not really scalable. That one is just kind of a local business. Because one of the apartments, and I don't know if we talked about this, of the 5 units that we have, one is going to be a storage bodega, and that's going to be mostly for the renters. But on the other side, it is a business with a bodega with the rolling screen door.
I don't think it'll be mostly for the renters, because if the renters are renting, they're going to keep the stuff in their own house.
If they decide to rent for the year.
Right.
Very different.
Now, but it will also offer it up to the neighborhood as well.
Now, in Mexico, you may not know this. A lavanderia is a place where you go to get your clothes washed. Those are huge in Mexico. There are many people who've decided it is too expensive to A, buy the washing machine and dryer, B, run the gas through and the electricity through the dryer and the washer as well. So what they'll do is they go to a lavanderia because it is so much cheaper to have somebody else wash your clothes for you correctly. And they fold them and they put them in beautiful plastic bags. So they give them to you, and it's like you've just bought new clothing.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful. So we're thinking of doing a lavanderia
In one of the bodegas,
the bodegas
in one of the
at the
suites.
side.
Yeah.
So
well, it was originally a locale, so it would actually lend itself perfectly. The one little area where the bathroom is, that can be a little bit of an office. There can be a little welcome kiosk in the front, and then the units can be along the sides.
we probably could even like sell little candies and stuff there. Like just do a little bit more than just that.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Depends on who we get to run it, et cetera, and how.
And Christie did find out that we will not need to get permission to do the second floor.
So we're going up, baby. We're going up.
We do need permission to build, but we don't need permission to do what we wanted to do. And the reason is the rebar sticking out of that roof does not indicate lower property taxes, as so many people believe. But what it does is it allows you to renovate your property.
Not build.
So we will be doing a property renovation.
Yeah.
And because of that, we will not need to have a parking easement or anything with this property. And we've got parking for probably 6 or 7 vehicles anyways.
So that means more than likely we will be buying a small little unit, or a different little the duplex, up and down duplex that we were talking, move our kids into that, and then sell the little house that they've been living in.
And with that little house, it will pay for 3 or 4 more units on top of our
from
apartment.
One rental that we have, we'll be able to have at least 5 or 6, plus the 2 locales.
Well, I think we'll have 3 downstairs and 3 minimum upstairs, possibly.
Okay, 6 or 7 then.
6 or 7.
Plus the 2 locales, which we're not renting them out to other people. They will be our businesses.
And they're very small businesses.
So we're excited about this little change. It's going to be fun. It's going to be work, but it'll be good, I think.
Yeah, plus we're also increasing the value of the property.
Yeah.
Which we don't plan on selling anything. This will all be gifted to our children eventually.
Except for the one little house.
We're
going to
sell
it.
I really did plan on keeping that. Like that house I fell in love with because it's on a green space in the front and it's on a forest in the back. So you only have your next door neighbors on either side.
But you know what? It's a cute little house. It's in great shape. It just probably needs painting because my granddaughters have lived in there for 4 years.
It's a very small 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
But it'll be listed at $120,000 US. And, if you're interested in that, let us know.
Yeah.
Because we will be doing some fixing up and some furnishing. It will be very inexpensive furniture. But it's just going to be something to finish the place off.
Yeah, we're quite excited because the furniture that's in there is our kids. It's furniture we gave our kids. It's Boal, though, and it's been well used because it was ours for years, and then we put it in that unit when we moved houses, et cetera, et cetera. So, so it'll be good. It'll be really good. I'm quite excited about this new little chapter in our retirement savings or our retirement portfolio. I don't know what to call it, but just in our portfolio in general, I guess.
So it will be lots of fun.
Donna, good morning. Rosemary, good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning, ladies.
So what else can we tell these folks is going on? I mean, just our business in general, real estate. It's going to be an incredible year. Even if the U.S. and Canada does a hiccup, it's still going to be incredible in Mexico. And the reason is I downloaded a video. I plan on watching it today on why so many Canadians are leaving Canada. And even Americans. We've chatted with so many Americans that are, and I don't know the blue and the red. The Democrat ones are the ones that people are wanting to leave. I mean, you look at how many people are leaving California, moving to Florida, Texas.
Yeah.
And just to give you guys an idea, this is something that most people don't know. That if you wanted to move every person in the world, 7.5 billion people would fit in Texas. And it would be as packed as the most packed city in the world is. But I just want you to know that it's a game that the world is playing, that we're running out of space, we're running out of food, we are running out of nothing. The world right now is better than it has ever been. It is just, there is an evil that is covering this world, and it is just making it seem like things are terrible. They are not terrible. They are terrible people, and they just want communism to come and flourish and grow. And guys, I paid attention to what happens when communists come in. People risk their lives to avoid it. They want to bring it in globally. We're like, no thanks. And if you're not willing to fight for this, then you deserve what's coming up.
Yeah. And Linda, the street is a mess.
What street?
A mess. Al Pacifico.
Oh yeah, you don't know.
Just stay away, honey. We'll tell you when it's finished. Just stay home.
They're right now doing water improvements or something.
Sewer?
Yeah. So they want our bad stuff to go somewhere else.
Well, they want it to go where it's supposed to go and not leak all over the streets.
That is a bad thing when you have raw sewage in the streets.
I don't think it was raw sewage in the streets. I think it was water in the streets, but they're fixing all the water in the sewer pipes.
Sayulita had raw sewage in the streets.
We don't have raw sewage in the streets in Bucerias. It's not. No. That wasn't. We parked over there all the time. That wasn't raw sewage.
I've got the black lung, Pop.
So now we have to get here early if we want to park anywhere close to the office. We got here 9.
I'm tired 15, of the aggressive car cleaner guys. I'm just tired of them.
Well, it bugs me when people try to help me park because they don't help me.
We've got cameras. We've got signals that tell us.
And I'm a good driver. I've always been a good parker. Shush.
She's a good parker.
Hi, Kayla. How are you, honey buns?
Hello, hello.
Long time no see.
Yes. So I think that's it for today. We had a fantastic weekend. We came back a little early so Christy could see the grandkids.
Because it was Dia de los Abuelos yesterday.
Our salt water in our pool working now. Yay.
We might be done. We might actually be...
Well, sand is still coming out.
Yeah, but he said that's going to take a bit to flush. That way, and it'll do it. It'll keep...
Yeah, so they have now... It is now done. So they put way too much salt in because they're really not terribly
Apparently
good
it was
at
a
this.
newer system than what he was used to working with, a better, stronger system or whatever. So he put in way too much salt, so they had to drain the pool, clean it, then refill it with brand new water from a pipa truck.
Pipa trucks are the water trucks that come
So that
in.
couldn't have been cheap for him to do.
No. All right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please help us with the business ideas for you guys also. If you guys want to know any business ideas, let us know. I own MexicoEdibles.com. Use your imagination.
Cupcakes.
Maybe.
All right, you guys have a great day.
Ciao,
See you
guys.
later. Bye.
Bye.